We're going to be looking at and talking about taste test and price of 4Patriots, America's finest mac and cheese. This requires about 20 minutes of boiling, and so I'm not going to bore you with just watching it boil for 20 minutes. Just showing you what it is here, and we'll do a couple other quick vids and then a talk about it at the end. This was a very easily opened pre-cut tear at the top of this, and you can see it's starting to boil. I got to stir it, and 20 minutes later it'll be ready to go. So we're about 10 minutes into the 20-minute cook time. It recommends cooking on medium, which is on my stove. I've got it set on 4 from a range of 4 to 10. It is between a hard simmer and a light boil. And on the left, we normally eat a lot of the store brand mac and cheese. On the right is 4Patriots. 4Patriots lists 3 different cheeses as the ingredients, whey 2 or 3 times, and dehydrated buttermilk. That does make it a one-pot, cook it and it's ready to go thing. The mac and cheese from the grocery store, you cook for about 7 minutes, the mac, and then you add in a little bit of milk, a little bit of margarine, and the dehydrated cheese. So it's only about an 8-minute prep versus a 20-minute prep. We know what the one on the left tastes like. We'll do a quick taste test, and then the rest of the video will be comparison on a sort of apples to apples basis. The quick review, quick taste test, it hasn't thickened up as much as mac and cheese out of the box. It's a little bit watery at the bottom of it, but I took a big spoonful, and even though it has blue cheese as one of the 3 cheese ingredients, it's probably a little bit less cheesy tasting, less intense flavor than the boxed mac and cheese from the grocery store. So here's a couple of final thoughts on our taste test, our cooking of the 4Patriots, America's finest mac and cheese. 4 servings, about the same number of servings that you'll get out of a box of Kraft mac and cheese or store brand mac and cheese. A couple of differences. The store brand mac and cheese, you'll need a 1/4 cup of milk and a 1/4 cup of margarine or butter. The 4Patriots, everything's included. Store brand, you've got about a 7-minute cook time on the stove to get the noodles cooked. And with 4Patriots, it's 20 minutes. Is this an emergency food? No, not in my mind. In a lot of emergencies, at least in our part of the world, those emergencies are going to be accompanied by power outages. You don't have electricity, you may not have heat, you may not have air conditioning, and you may not have easy access to a heat source that's going to allow you to cook for a long period of time. 20 minutes doesn't seem that long, but cooking that on a gas grill is not going to be easy. Cooking it on an electric stove, if you don't have electricity, is going to be impossible. You might be limited to something like a Coleman camp stove, maybe just a little butane small burner sort of camping stove. So it's not just ready to go. Some emergency food, I would think you might look at something like an MRE. You might look at something like a fully cooked can of mini ravioli that can be popped open, eaten hot or cold. There's a lot of things that in an emergency, if things are really tough, you might not have the ability to heat and cook things. This is something that is good for long-term storage. They claim up to 15 years or so, even though the company has not been around for 15 years. The other big drawback is price. For the price of 1 packet of this at full retail on their website, I can get 7 boxes of store brand mac and cheese. I can get just under 4 boxes of Kraft mac and cheese. Do I think this is worth a 700% upcharge? No, I don't. I think it cooked fine, and the taste was okay. It was good. Is it worth 700%? Not not in my kit, not in what we keep. So consider that. If you like the video, hit it a like. If you want to watch more things like this, hit subscribe. I'm not trying to bust on these guys, but they've got their business model. The only thing is that for what you get for the money, it's a lot of money. Thanks for watching. Tune in again and see what we've got next time. Thank you.